Hey everybody, it's Kiji here, and today we have another Paragon gameplay to look at. In this gameplay, we'll be looking at Twinblast, who's a physical damage ranged carry. Before this gameplay begins, I'd like to thank RGSACE for providing this gameplay footage. He captured it at the Paragon Community Event. Alright, we see Twinblast going into left lane, changing his mind, trying to help out the Sparrow in middle lane. Let's see if he can get a kill from this gank. Right now, the enemy Twinblast and enemy Sparrow do not know that Twinblast is there yet. Despite Sparrow taking a couple hits, she still is focused on that low health blue Sparrow. I believe Sparrow will go down here. She did not pay attention to her rear, and for that she will die. Twinblast is currently in a better position than the enemy Twinblast. You can definitely get some harass on here. I don't think we'll see a kill here because he's too far away and he popped his health potion, but definitely a lot of good harass and very smart map awareness by the friendly Twinblast to not only save the Sparrow, his friendly Sparrow, but get a kill on the enemy Sparrow. Alright, so the lane is on. It's a 2v1 lane with Twinblast being the only one in right now. We'll see if the enemy Sparrow comes and joins Twinblast later. Right now, Sparrow and Twinblast are doing quite a useful thing to do in 2v1 lanes, which is that one person CS's while the other one harasses. Right now, Sparrow is mainly CSing or creep scoring. Basically, that means she's trying to get the last hits on all those minions to give the maximum amount of card experience to Twinblast and herself. Meanwhile, you see Twinblast constantly moving up, like right now, getting those hits in on the Twinblast, making sure he can't CS, so he's losing a lot of experience, and making sure that he has a lot worse time in lane. Twinblast sees an opportunity in right lane, but I think he's choosing. Oh no, he chooses to go right lane. We'll see how this opportunity plays out for him. It's gonna be a 2v1, it looks like, or a 2v2, I should say. Him and Steel versus the enemy Steel and Howitzer. Or I guess that's Rampage in his friendly lane. It's a little risky because he's moving behind, so the orange minions are going to be able to hit him if he engages. Right now, attacking Steel doesn't really do anything because of that shield, and because Steel is already so tanky already. If he really wants to do some damage, he should have probably switched to Howitzer as soon as he saw Steel put up that shield. Rampage can't really do much right now because of the orange minion, so it's essentially almost a 2v1 with Twinblast because neither of them really want to get in those minions. Twinblast just used his escape to glap closer. I think that was definitely a wrong move. Now he can't escape if things go sour. And as we see, the damage of the minions and the damage of Howitzer's rockets, in addition to Steel's auto attacks, definitely just demolishing him. So that was a greedy play by using his escape as a gap closer rather than a tool to get away. He goes for an Amulet of the Veteran. I personally disagree with this decision. I don't think health is too important for him at this point in the game, but damage would definitely be a lot better. So a Spear of the Rift Hunter, or maybe an attack speed item, but preferably a Spear of the Rift Hunter, which gives crit and physical damage. Alright, he's in lane. Him and Rampage just waiting here. They notice an opportunity to go on. Rampage stuns him. Now, Twinblast can level up his ultimate and do massive amounts of damage. Twinblast level 5 ultimate is pretty crazy. And we can see that's exactly what he does, able to just burst Sparrow down. Sparrow had no mana to really escape or fight back, and was quite out of position. If I was Sparrow there, as soon as I saw Twinblast was level 5, I would definitely back up and make sure I have a clear route to my tower. And here comes a gank from Steel. They were quite pushed up. Got a little greedy after that kill, thinking that they were invincible, and Howitzer is going to easily be able to clean up this kill with his damage and long-range rockets. Rampage just could try and stun, but he just wasn't able to. After that death, they go back into lane and try to siege this right tower. Alright, we see he's able to get a lot of tower damage, but he accidentally hits the Steel. He's going to be taking a lot of damage from the tower. He needs to get out of that tower range to stop taking damage, which he does. So that's good. But he definitely took a lot of excess damage there. I think they are getting attacked from the back by Howitzer. Steel has an amazing ultimate, engaging them and stunning them underneath the tower. Howitzer ults too, allowing a lot of burst damage to go down on these three. But because Twinblast is the squishiest person here, he's probably going to be the one to go down. He does get off a nice ultimate. Could he take down that Twinblast? He does. He could turn this around, but he's quite low health. With the backup of his team here, he can definitely make a few plays. They're going to be able to soak most of the auto attacks, as the auto attacks cannot pierce through characters like Rampage and Steel and attacks Twinblast. So he was able to survive that with a really well-timed ultimate to stop any aggression from the Twinblast and Howitzer coming in. And with that team, with the orange team dead, this tower is a lot easier to take down and a lot less risky. Despite that good engage by orange, they got a little bit sloppy on the continued play. and I believe they were slightly outnumbered on, by blue team, allowing him to die. And we can see that tower is going down. Although Twinblast did take a lot of unnecessary tower hits there, so he's quite low. I think he's going to have to back. And he backed and came back, and he sees Sparrow again. And something you can do with Twinblast is when you're running back into lane, if you just ult them, like get as close to them as possible and ult them, that'll usually net you a kill. Especially against unexperienced players. So if you're playing against the Twinblast and you see him running at you, you gotta get out. Or somehow find a way to counter his ultimate. What I like doing if I'm playing against Twinblast that's doing that, I wait until his ultimate's done, and because at that point he's very slow and weak, you can just hop in and get some nice harass or maybe even a kill on him. And he's just pushing that lane after that Sparrow kill. You can see Sparrow coming in again. This time Twinblast is quite low. Twinblast is definitely not favored anymore. He no longer has his ultimate. And even if he did, it would be a slightly risky play to engage. But he's going for the risky play anyways. He's trying to get some attacks in. Definitely taking a lot of damage here. He needs to use his escape to get out of range and start sprinting out of here, but he's just not using the escape. He uses it, but much too late. She's going to be able to snipe him, and we see these snipe coming out from the Sparrow, accurately hitting that Twinblast and taking him down. Alright, we can see him going into mid lane to try and clean up some kills, help out his mid laner. Howitzer might be able to get away. He's in the jungle. Howitzer needs to start sprinting immediately, but he does not. Twinblast, however, does not start sprinting immediately either, so that could allow Howitzer to get away, but Twinblast was just in the nick of time and just barely hit that auto attack on his max auto attack range. So Howitzer goes down. With those two dead, they can definitely make a strong push on left lane. We'll see if they can possibly do some damage to that inhibitor. Sparrow is trying to loop around from the back. I don't think they're going to be able to necessarily get some kills here because they're dealing with Rampage and Steel, two very tanky targets, but we'll see. Yeah, they are just able to run away. Despite that snare, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Although Steel comes in with a really nice ult from the back line. Some good damage being put onto Rampage, but he ultimates, Rampage ultimates, and it's going to be a lot harder for them to do damage. Right now, Twinblast really needs to start switching on one of the squishier carries like that Twinblast, which he does attack him a little, but most of the shots missed. I think he only had 2 or 3. Most of these main damaging shots are going on the tanks like Rampage and Steel, so it's not really doing much in the team fight. He's moving up. We see Howitzer on the left side. We definitely need to avoid that Howitzer so Howitzer cannot pepper us with damage. But however, Twinblast is moving onto the left side with that Howitzer, so Howitzer is going to be able to get a lot of free shots on that Twinblast. If he had moved to the right side, it would have been a lot easier time and could have probably done a lot more damage to the orange team carries without fear of resistance. Howitzer still attacking from the upper ground. All of these blue members are pretty low health. He uses his ultimate. I don't think he's in range. Sparrow is coming in. Can they stop Sparrow? He does have his ultimate. He can burst the Sparrow down if Sparrow keeps missing like that. And we see Sparrow did miss 2 of the crucial shots there, allowing the Sparrow to be taken down. Twinblast is playing this really greedily. Howitzer has a long range, and with that long range, he was able to take the Twinblast out. Coming back from the base, he decides to push right lane. He has a huge minion wave, so this tower is most likely going to go down very quickly. Although it's definitely not going to go down for free. We see orange team moving around him with Steel from behind and perhaps some others coming in too. Sparrow coming up. Sparrow's trying to engage his Twinblast, but it's not a good idea to engage a Twinblast like that unless you know his ultimate's down. Steel finally comes in. I think Sparrow's going to be able to get out of there. Oh, although Twinblast missed after that gap close, so he is most likely just going to go down. However, Rampage does miss the rock throw, and Steel misses the shield, so there's a possibility that he might escape because the orange team missed most of their stunning abilities. Now, if he just stops attacking right now and starts sprinting, I don't believe they can catch up to him. But because he keeps attacking, he's not getting that extra boosted movement speed, and I think because of that, he's going to go down. However, he might be able to take Rampage down with him. Let's see. Oh, just one attack from taking him out. Can the minions? Nope. Sadly, the minions don't take him out either. And with that, he backs and returns to mid lane. He pops his ultimate slightly too early. It's usually not a good idea unless you're insanely close to pop that ultimate, unless the opponents do not have any gap closers. Luckily for Twinblast, Sparrow played it pretty poorly and walked into the Twinblast ultimate. However, he gets a little confused there, it looks like, and allows himself to be attacked by the enemy Twinblast, causing him to die. Coming back, you can see the blue team moving to the next play, which is going to be them taking down the Orb Prime. At this point in the game, 4 people on the Orb Prime is a really quick kill. We can see that the Orange team is dealing with all of the minions near their base, so they're relatively unaware of the kill until the Orb is dropped. We can see the Orb on Steel right now. He's going to be a tanky target and probably allow this to be plucked into the Orb Prime hole. He ultimates those two. We can see Twinblast ulting the Steel, doing lots of damage, kills the Steel, now moving on to the Rampage, also doing lots of damage. Although they weren't high priority targets, because Twinblast ultimate does do so much damage, they were still able to go down, and the OP is dropped, and the last 2 carries we can see on the orange side are being surrounded by the blue team. With blue team having OP, they're definitely going to go down quite easily. Alright, there we go. We can see the carries being eliminated. And with this, we are probably going to see push either to multiple inhibitors or to the end of the game. We'll find out. Here's the first inhibitor. Beginning to move around the Steel shield, able to hit that core from the side. Usually that would be a really risky play, but because he has Orb Prime, he's able to quickly take down that inhibitor without too much fear of resistance from the orange team. While Rampage moves up to try and stop that attack on blue team, I think Rampage slightly underestimated just how fast that inhibitor turret would go down, putting himself in a bad position, able to be killed and caught out by the blue team. Now we can see the entire blue team beginning to push up onto that core. Murdoch makes a good push and is able to take out that Sparrow. Twinblast pops his ultimate trying to kill the enemy Twinblast, but sadly is just a little bit too out of range. Meanwhile, the orange Steel is sneaking in from behind, knocking Twinblast into the range of the core attack, but luckily the Murdoch and Twinblast have enough damage with their Orb Prime to kill the Steel before they can kill Twinblast. And with the core wide open like this, it just takes a few seconds for these 280 carries to bring it down. And there they go. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This gameplay was provided by RGSACE. I recommend checking out his channel. Thank you.